time around?
It can be okay, yeah. Like it's gonna like, give them a lot of damage potential. For example, you can put the magnetic field when Legion goes for duels, for example, to protect, but also attack. You know, as you do. But it's also a lot of physical damage that can back that up. A lot of magic damage. It's basically like there's a lot of people that are going to sit in the front for Thunder Predator lineup. And a lot of people that are going to do mobility against Infamous. So if Arc Warden can stay behind all of that and play the Zeus sort of playstyle, then it can be really good for them.
Ooh, first blood going over to Excel. It's a little just a Nova thrown out.
Yeah, I thought maybe he'd be able to get away cutting that tree, but no, the power of Nova, man, the very low cooldown ability.
That and having some mangoes on hand too always makes a really nice difference when you're trying to get one more spell off. But I think the one thing that strikes a lot of question mark in my mind too is the fact that you have Pepita on a Doom. And Pepita's really good at these playmaking heroes. Especially, you know, we've seen what he does with his Enigma, and the Doom is great. He does a lot, especially if he can get that Doom off, especially on Storm. But I just feel like he's a little bit more limited in what he can actually accomplish by himself, if that makes sense.
I see what you mean. Doom can get a lot done by himself at times. I mean, like a phase drum build is really, really common, for example. The hard thing is that usually Dooms are a little bit more passive, but like if you get the right creep abilities, for example, you absolutely can get some really good things accomplished in your lineup. So kind of just depends. Instantly eats the range creep there. Did you say RNG?
Yeah, like
a little bit, not that much. Like a little, but you also have to get a lot of Devour levels before that can kind of happen. Is the other downside too. But I wouldn't say it's necessarily RNG, not really. Not because like in the past when you could just eat a creep at level 1 and maybe an alpha wolf spawns right next to you, yeah, that would be your crazy RNG if you ended up getting that. But now that you can't even grab one of those creeps, or if you get like the satyr, like the 5 regen at level 1, that shit was crazy because now it's like, oh, you just have a ring of health from the start of the game. Congratulations, you know. That was a lot more RNG, so it's not the same.
Frank is donked up here. Needs to be careful though. Excel has the frostbite. Try to make the plays on Matthew. He's sitting so low, but just not quite enough damage just yet.
They've done a very good job.
Yeah.
See him having all of this extra mana regen at the start of the game than she used to is a really big advantage. I think it's a kill. Oh, 2 hits.
Ooh, there it is.
Nicely done. Getting the flak there for those 2 right clicks.
I didn't realize there was one more flak just slowly buzzing on in.
Yeah, I think he just ran out of mana, but still really good kill. It seems like the Nova and then Frostbite at level 2 is the way to play CM right now in the laning stage because she gets so much more mana regen. Like she has 2 mana per second right now, and she hasn't even skilled her aura yet. When she does, she's going to get an extra 1.5. So having all of that extra mana really just helps make your hero better. Pulling to the right here, very smart. Oh, she lucked out. It didn't bounce, and now she gets the commit. Really good pull there by SL.
I feel like usually a lot of the times during the laning stage, we're pretty happy in seeing what Excel can do. Oh, good toss back right underneath the tower. Leo style is absolutely dead here.
Yeah, he's like, let's maximize damage. I am so dead. It was a perfect toss, good rotation. No observer ward from the Radiant side that spotted that one out.
It's a little surprising that they didn't have the vision down there. Seems like a bit odd, but perhaps they got the ward earlier?
Yeah, it looks like it. There's a no, actually I'm not sure. I'm not sure where the wards are. There's one top.
Maybe they have one over on the side there. There was the one sentry, but must have been.
Yeah, it might have been on that cliff actually. It might have been on that cliff, but they might have dewarded it. Is what happened. So they get a kill.
I think it makes sense. Especially when they have a tiny, right? Because you know that Michael's very, very active. He's going to want to be ganking, moving around, and Storm Pre-6 really kind of is susceptible to that. In fact, you can already see Michael's making his way back over again. Wants to make sure that he can help Faker have just a really comfortable lane.
Especially on the wave pushes, and this is something that Storm does pretty often. Every time he wants to use Remnant, he's going to get... This is going to happen a little bit here. Ava, now toss back.
Right back in. One more hit. Gets the damage off the body blocks that are coming out from Michael. Still is going to be a kill. So very good rotations. I'm surprised no one has responded to trying to protect him or put some more vision down. I don't know.
it's too late. Once the Tiny's already behind him like that, it's over. Like you could TP some hero to the tower, but like I don't know what's gonna save. Maybe like a Rubik lift or something, but all of these ganks are tough, and that's why Matthew's come mid now to get some experience and also hopefully win the lane just a little bit here. He denies
Careful, though,
the regen.
fighting over the rune. Yeah.
It's fine. Tiny doesn't have that many levels right now, so it's not like he's gonna die. If Tiny was like level 6 there, it's scary, but
Well, this is slowing down Leo Style quite a bit, so I think that was a very smart move. As he is a huge threat for the mid lane, and again, Michael just being super active. The toss right back. It's a dead Frank.
he's doing a really good job. But it's also his allies. His allies are also setting up good moments. But being at the right place at the right time is definitely a really big deal. And now CM Aura has been picked up, so they're going to have it to play with.
Always feels good when you can spam out your spells a bit more.
Yep, it's really, really good. It's only half a mana per second right now, so it's not that incredible. It's 30 mana every minute, but over time it adds up, especially when you have a Tiny.
Good snap up here on the rune. Michael will have to be disappointed and walk away. A little bit of a play going on over here. Leo Style, though, is going to be able to walk out. No Michael to toss him right back in again.
Yep. But now that he's gotten level advantage, he's got 15 denies on the Invoker side, by the way. So now that he has this nice level advantage, he can kind of bully Storm by himself here. So probably going to see Storm just back up in jungle a lot at this point. MNZ in a really good place, rushing straight towards Midas as fast as he can, not expecting Doom pressure. This is one of the negatives of the Tiny roaming so much, is that if he doesn't buy Wraith Bands and he just rushes Midas, he's going to farm way faster than normal on Arc Wardens. This is looking decent for Thunder Predator, considering how tough the rest of the lanes were.
He seemed happy about it. A little bit more harassing place over on Pepita, but MNZ is sitting a little low. He's going to have to kite back and forth a bit using these Spark Rights.
It's done a lot of damage there. Scorched Earth is just such a good trade ability. One of the best skills in the game right now, especially on tanky offlane heroes.
Doom's just so powerful.
Is he dead here, though?
It looks like he's dead. Question is, who's going to get blasted? I think it's going to be MNZ. Nope. MJZ, Thunderstrike. Damage comes through, and they turn this back around on Faker. Matthew's sitting very low. He's trying to body block a bit. He's still alive, Frank, though. Oh, here comes Michael to save the day. Just a little bit of a drive-by. Is he going to be able to grab Matthew? No, Matthew's just a little too fast, I think. He can't get...
He's got Tranquils.
Ring around the rosy. There's the toss. I was thinking he would have the Avalanche. Lift up, though. Drops him right back in again.
Nope, was on cooldown still, so no Ava there. Otherwise, he would have it a little bit earlier, but gets some damage in. Probably not that important, but hey, it's fine.
They ping out the stack, too. That's a juicy-looking stack.
It really is. Storm's going to really want to clear that later on.
He's going to want to get there before anyone else can, too.
Yeah, but this is smart. Tiny's going to play around it. They have the ward, yeah. They're ready to contest it if somebody tries to take. There's a Radiant ward as well. So they know Tiny's in the area also. They're not going to mess with it until then. Until they know that it's a good time.
Well, Matthew and Frank already spotting out Excel here. We'll try to push him back a bit, but you have to be careful. Kaz is here. There's the lift, the drop back again. They try to purge this off, but they'll be able to go slow him down. The call down comes out. There's 4 heroes here now. They'll take him out of the equation. MJZ, oh, he doesn't want this. The toss back right into the arms of Faker. He's not even able to run away and try to get a neutral deny, and this stack 100% belongs to the side of Implement.
It's gonna take some doing though. I mean, they're committing 4 heroes to clear this. They used a lot of spells just to get kills, just to get those last 2 kills. But picking up all those neutral items is actually really amazing. Because outside of like Doom, they actually don't really have too many jungling heroes. So this might be neutral items that might not have came until a couple more minutes later. So good steal for Infamous.
A little bit of a pinata situation, right? Go over to a camp, but all the goodies fell out.
Tried to... The sentry gets beaten up by Legion. Storm does pick up 6 though, but he's still struggling compared to where Invoker is. But it's not the end of the world. It's only about 700 gold behind. Doom's having a great game. Invoker's doing really good. Gyro's doing really good. But with the Midas being up on MNZ, he's going to probably accelerate a lot from here.
They have the Doom online now for Pepita too, so he's pretty happy just to stay here, get some levels, continue to farm up. It's not too scary for him just yet. It looks like Michael's also going to be joining him down in this bottom lane. So
Yeah, we're gonna probably see a Doom come as soon as Tiny gets here because this is a great opportunity. He's got 4 points in Scorched Earth, tons of damage. He's got the War Stomp, Creep as well, or yeah, Power stolen as well. So if he can get a Doom off on Arc Warden, we're gonna see a dive, and that's why MJG is sitting here. If Doom runs in and dooms, he gets glimpsed, gets sent back, and then he probably lives on the Arc Warden side. But Tiny's hunting. I think the ward's gonna spot him now, so maybe Tiny will turn back.
I like how they've
MJG
dropped
pinged it too.
all of these spark rates over on the side. So if they try to cut through that way, they immediately get hit with them.
Yeah,
Michael successfully navigating through most of it.
they need to know. But yeah, the disruptor pinged that exact ward spot. Tiny disappeared from the lane briefly, then came back. You can estimate how long you're gone for, based on where the ward is likely going to be as a result. So we'll see if that one gets dewarded. But for now, Arc Warden is safe. Retreats all the way to the jungle without getting doomed. That's going to leave Doom in a free lane. And when you're in against a lane against a hero that can get solo kills, it's best sometimes just to leave the lane and to go jungle, because that way he just doesn't even have an opportunity to use his good skills against you. You're just not there, and he'd rather stay in lane and get less hits. So it's basically the best of both worlds for the more vulnerable lane on the Arc Warden. He'll just go jungle at a good speed. He'll get his Midas stuff, and Doom will get free farm. But Doom doesn't necessarily pressure the tower super well here, so it's kind of just completely fine.
Do you get a smoke play coming out from the side of Infamous? They know that Arc Warden's in the jungle, and they've also seen that Storm struggled so hard. So you've got 2 heroes potentially just jungling it up, and they're hoping to try to punish this. Faker, though, he's got that haste, and he's not finding anyone. MNZ actually clinging to this tier 2.
I see him now.
Oh, by gosh, they do. Do they do when he plays? That's the question. We'll open up with the tornado. In comes Michael. The EMP. And there'll be the avalanche and the toss up into the air. That is a very dead MNZ. Matthew's here. He doesn't have any. Oh, he does have the toss, actually. So he'll be able to cancel it out. The zip in coming from Leo style.
The Tiny starts TPing, and I'm sitting there like, here comes the toss. And then he clicks on the Rubik. He's like, oh shit, he's got toss. All right, he starts running. Like, maybe I could live, you know. Not even.
He tried. It was a good effort. Frank taking a lot of damage here from Picasso. They have that homing missile as well. Faker already rotating.
Oh,
tries to dispel, get a little bit of that life steal back in, or heal, but nope, not enough.
Great attempt at a juke there. The tornado would have killed him for sure, but he runs left instead. But who is that with Ags? I think that's Gyro. Gyro's really close to Ags. No Midas on him, but most importantly, like, he's gotten full free farm, and he's also gotten 4 kills in his lane, and that's really what catapults you into good position. But it's a little bit less reliable than normal. He got doomed, and again ended up getting his ulti off first.
Arc Warden doesn't seem too upset about this, so.
Yep, he is not. Ends up surviving. Pepito will keep farming. They may go gank the Arc Warden now. His ulti's gonna be on cooldown. They've got a lot of damage between these 2 heroes.
Here comes Michael.
All right, they see him.
They see MNZ. They open up with the tornado. Just barely clip him. EMP, the toss up into the air. That's a dead Arc Warden, and it's looking like a dead MJZ too. So very nice moves coming out from Infamous. They look great during this this whole beginning early laning stage, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that Michael's just been on point. Look at this, already TPing in. You've got Faker coming in as well. They can't even kill the Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, you're really right. Michael's been playing actually straight up amazing. Gotten 2 storm kills mid. Ended up getting a kill top as well. Hey, look, here's another kill.
I'm not sure why Matthew is sticking around there. That seemed like a big misplay.
Too confident. He stole Avalanche, so he had another way to protect himself. But the tornado did enough to let them catch up. Yeah, Michael's been playing super good here. Constantly in the right place, the right time. They punish the Arc Warden now, who doesn't have boots. Might have boots now, but that was what really cost him there. Once he started running from the small camp, it was really easy to land a tornado on a 285 movement speed hero. So Tiny has definitely felt like one of the best heroes right now. And I think that's why we keep seeing him get picked, because it feels like, oh man, you just do so much in the early game if you roam correctly. And then in the mid game, if you get your Blink Dagger at a good timing, you can help kill these really incredible cores. But if you don't have that happen, it can feel really rough.
I mean, the panel keeps laughing about Tiny. Every time Tiny gets picked up for Enchantress, they're always like, yep, they've lost. But a good Tiny that makes these rotations and puts the pressure down. And I think it's also important that it's successful, right? Because how many times do we see like a Tiny try to rotate? It's just not successful. He just becomes a hindrance to his lane, just sapping, you know, all of that experience. So in this case, it looks great and it's doing a lot. And it effectively has neutered Leo style in that mid lane during this, so he's not able to be aggressive. He's not going to be that force. And when you have MNZ also behind, it's pretty difficult. Frank's still hanging out, doesn't realize that Doom's also here.
They were thinking about going on him, but
They don't
I don't think the Doom actually wanted to. Yeah. They're trying to see if they can get a dive here.
The zip in over onto Excellius. Mid-cast there for the Doom. They get the ton off. They'll get some dual damage, and they drop the Static Storm, and that should be a dead Papita. It's taking a while, though. One final hit coming on in. In comes Pakaz. Throwing out some of that flash, but he gets glimpsed back. Oh, no. That's so
that would have been sick. He had Alacrity as well. He would have attacked really quick there, done some good damage, but they didn't get the Doom off. The Storm doing the smart thing. Initiated, did another ball lightning, just in case there was an enemy disable.
Oh, he's so slow. He can't outrun this from Pakaz. They killed. Sunstrike came through just in case, but Matthew's just gonna TP out. He's still taking so much damage from that flak, and that missile almost hit.
This is a big steal from Rubik, actually. He picks up Frostbite, and it's level 4 right now. Very low cooldown ability. He's going for a drum himself, but drops the raindrop very wisely. Save those charges. Yeah, he can get around and get some kills now. Frostbite against even like Invoker is excellent. Can stagger these capabilities. Frostbite into lift into another Frostbite would be a really good gank opportunity. The Dire Sentry, so remains invis, but he's going to run into a lot of heroes. He's surrounded right now. If they find him, this looks bad. Do they have the dust?
They don't know, though.
They don't notice. They didn't notice.
They didn't see him. They're focused too much on the mid lane because they want to go for a kill, and they'll collect over on Michael. More dual damage again over onto Frank. They will be able to go and doom up the storm. They drop the bubble. They don't have anything to keep him alive, though, other than that. They're going to have to probably go for a denial. Frank running right next to him. Will turn around, tries to get the heal up. Over on the other side, though, they go and they throw down the static storm, and they're doing so much damage over onto Faker. They'll be able to take him out. They've already taken that Leo style. Now, MJZ running away. Frank gets left behind. That's a double kill for Pakaz. Cell trying to get the vision. MJZ dropping down another ward here. Has to be careful. MNZ turns back around. We'll drop a couple of the Sparkers. He's hiding over in the corner, and Pakaz, he knows he's there. He's gonna just turn around, and they get the kill on the Disruptor. This is feeling very bad for Thunder Predator right now.
All right, really good fight. They lose the Tiny at the start, obviously, and I think that was his first death based on how he's been playing so far. But they get great return engagement. Invoker was already behind enemy lines, so he lands a lot of disable. They doom the storm, so because Invoker was there, it was hard for them to back up the storm.
Oh, Leo style. He was too aggressive. It's lucky that they didn't have more of that lockdown right then and there, or else he would have been very dead very fast.
If Doom has Scorched Earth there, that's probably Storm dying. He would have gotten the War Stomp off. Probably enough damage afterwards. Smoke gets popped, though. I don't think this was in vision, so ward on the cliff, but they get the scan. They're going to try to initiate and kill the Storm Spirit. They need to Tornado into Earth Hoof Stomp if possible. They are going to see other heroes. Okay.
Frank instead. They'll be happy with this. Frank can't even dispel it. The toss right back. They still manage to get Leo style without doing any of those things you just said, Per.
That's the scary thing about Tiny.
The Blink Dagger reveal is so good.
Crystal Maiden's like, oh, a Vambrace. I have to use this. I found it, you know? Like, this is my item, clearly.
Finders keepers.
Oh, man. He gave it to the Gyro. Lame.
He's not going to appreciate that.
Yeah,
he probably will.
10% magic resistance. 200
I'm just saying
HP.
he's not going to feel it in his core. Like, oh, wow, look, this is so nice. Excel, though, is going to end up getting just beaten down by the two supports on the side, Thunder Predator. But Michael's here, the toss back right over onto the Rubik. The Avalanche followed up with a beautiful Tornado, EMP, Deafening Blast. Oh my goodness, Faker looks so nice here. They take down MJZ. Looks like they're gonna end up losing Michael though. So they get the two supports. But Leostad collects.
I love the Avalanche toss them together thing, or toss them together Avalanche into the Tornado. It was just so beautiful.
I mean, Faker's Invoker is really good. It's definitely one of those kind of, I don't want to say pocket heroes, but just one of his heroes that he really shines on, I guess.
BKB for Doom now, so he doesn't have to worry about Static Storm anymore. Duel is still a little bit of a worry. Have we even seen a duel kill this game?
You've seen two.
I don't even know if he is. Oh, okay. I guess. You
said duel or Doom?
I said duel, actually. Yeah, I didn't remember much, but doesn't look so good for Disruptor here.
Jay-Z, he's still alive. Nobody's paying attention. Okay, Faker on the other side. He will be able to follow up and still has not managed to kill this tiny little disruptor. That seems pretty ridiculous. Goes back in. He's got a spell. Gets the glimpse back off before he dies. He'd be very happy about that. But right over. Oh, the toss back over here. Frank having to dispel that spirit vessel charge.
And nobody able to help Legion Commander with the duel there, so. And Doom did a good job creating space, basically. Like, yeah, he didn't focus the Disruptor right away, but he knew that somebody was going to clean it up, and he was trying to get a Doom off on Storm Spirit, because if he Doom Storm, then the fight is definitely over for Thunder Predator. Wasn't able to do so, ends up putting on Rubik instead, which is pretty smart at that point, because if you're not careful with Doom, like normally what you want to do is Doom and then Scorched Earth against Rubik, because otherwise normally what you do is Scorched Earth to run fast, and then you Doom somebody, but then he just steals your ability. He steals Doom away. So Dooming the Rubik there is actually a pretty safe idea. Were already winning the fight. It helped guarantee the fight, and no Doom was going to get stolen as a result.
MNZ. There is danger lurking in the woods, but it looks like they're not going to bother with it right now. They'll back off. I want to say that the combination of just Faker and Michael have been incredible this game. And Pakaza's doing fantastic as well. But really, like, that seems to be the big thing, is just slow down Leo style. Slow down Leo style. The bottom lane too, again, a lot of that coming back to Michael with just toss backs or whatnot. Make it so difficult for this Arc Warden.
Top tower is under attack.
They did everything right in this early game. It's really beautiful. Hey.
Yeah, they've been playing really good.
Double lightning. Almost all of his mana. All right, Leo style's out. He's okay. He has to bottle through all of his charges. Dios mío.
Yeah, definitely needs to leave in a moment like that. It was just slightly greedy to go for Ava first. It does actually stun almost instant right now, but I think the cost might have been a little bit safer.
There goes Matthew.
I admit nothing but my sadness that you're gone.
Got Satanic already. It's crazy. And
Big
his
boy.
net worth is so high that it's not even that big of a deal. Normally, you don't want to rush Satanic right after Eggs because your raw damage isn't enough, really, where having Satanic is that great. It's like, okay, you're Satanic life-stealing, but you're only hitting for 150 damage or so. So the amount of heal that you get from it isn't that incredible. But when you're this far ahead, having the status resistance is really good, especially against Duel, especially against Storm Pull, against the other disables. It's really nice to have. And even if he gets dueled, he's got Satanic, so he's attacking twice, life stealing for 25% per hit. He's going to have a good chance of staying alive against all these duel problems that could come.
And not to mention everything else coming out from his team. You can have an avalanche, you can have a toss, you can have a tornado, you can have frostbite, all these things that will keep it, like, duel is the least of his worries at this point.
Yeah.
He scoffs in the face of Legion Commander. Oh yeah. It's on it. Oh, the Hyperstone.
Oh my god, the Sunstrike.
Oh.
Oh, he knew it was going to stop there. And he kept the vision. What a snipe. So that was the basically prep for Mjolnir on the Arc Warden. That's a big thing to interrupt. Yeah, he was about 100 gold away from finishing it here. It's a huge
Glimpse.
nerf.
Tornado. Almost catches MJZ. Not quite.
He's just pushing. That's all.
Hmm.
Just trying to nuke those creeps a little bit. Going for a Solar Crest on Doom next. That's going to make it a lot easier for them to go high ground because the Gyro's already so farmed here.
God. All right, they're not. Do they have the avalanche? Can they get there in time? They have the Sunstrike. They do. They had the vision. They knew he was there. The toss up. The dynamic duo of Michael and Faker. Oh my God.
And now he blows up the Disruptor for almost no worry. Queuing up MKB next, and yeah, his damage is pretty much going to be out of control here. Oh my God.
Oh, they saw him with the Nova. They just couldn't grab him fast enough. This tower's
really
down,
close.
and I feel like you don't have to let off the gas at this point if you're Infamous. You can just keep on going here.
Put Medallion or Solar Crest on the Gyro. Gyro hits towers. Yeah. You're going to be sitting really pretty here. Even initiating is pretty easy. Like, you just wait for an opportunity with Avatos, or Invoker can set things up. But it's a lot easier for sure if it's just Gyrocopter slapping towers. But the fact that he has Satanic, status resistance wise and lifesteal wise, makes this pushing feel so much better.
17K net worth lead right now, going over to Infamous. This is like, if you had told me a month ago, this is what I would be seeing, I would have been like, no, you must be mistaken. You're thinking of like Beast Coast or something like that. This is so much fun to be able to see them
Yeah.
getting just a great handle on, you know, their drafting and how to play. Oh, this is great. Okay, Matthew. All right. You're cheeky. I see you dropping your drums in front of Tiny.
It does reveal that Tiny can see him though. You know, but I guess that's kind of why he did it.
Yeah, that's
So
exactly
they
why
might
he
keyword it.
did it.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't want to give them. I don't think you can see cliff to cliff there. I'm pretty sure, like standing on your high ground and them on their high ground. I don't think you can see that far. It might be close. Maybe you can. In which
They have
case,
the
it's
ward
not a
there,
big deal.
so-
But you don't want them to know there's a ward there. Is what this is about. You know, like
Right,
if you put
right.
your drum down, it's like saying like, "Oh, I know you're there. Go ahead, try me." And now he's gonna come over and de-ward it. You know, like, and that's what he's drawing on the map. He knows there's vision, so it's like one of those
It's not
moments.
there,
He's,
though.
oh, it's not there. Okay, I know where it is.
Okay. Yeah. There it is. MNZ though. Zip in. Michael, waiting patiently. Freezing up. Have the root. They released the Dance of the People, and the Tempest Double is down.
All right, now they'll get the word. That also reveals they have a word there, by the way.
Yes,
Attack from
I
overhead.
realized that, Perch. Thank you.
They're just giving away so much. So much unnecessary word information.
Can we do something about Perch mansplaining this to me, please? FJZ to
I'm
toss
sorry.
up. He's gonna try to run away. The Assault Strike comes through, and easy peasy. See you later, MJZ.
Donk.
There's the bonk.
That's got to be one of the best sound effects.
I don't know. I like the
Only it
beat
wasn't
merp too.
played yet. That one. That's one of my other favorites. Yeah.
That's my on my desktop is the system's error sound is meat merp. If I do anything it doesn't like, that's what I hear.
I used to have that too.
Meatball, zip in, up in the Lincoln.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just throwing
This
some
feels
free
like-
damage on the Storm Spirit.
They can't do anything here. Okay, they get a lift up over onto Picasa. They're looking for the duel. They drop the Static Storm though, and they drop the partial bubble as well. This is not looking good. Frank just melts. He's down for 45 seconds. Does have the buyback. The zipping coming out now from Leo style back and forth. Trying to just clear up this creep wave. Call down gets thrown. Trying to push them off, and there's going to be the Fortify. Oh my god. Poor Matthew.
Very crucially, Gyro uses Satanic there right before the duel, which makes it basically impossible to win that fight. See if they
Goes
can
the
kill
Tempest double.
Oh wow, that died fast. That died
Yeah.
really fast. With the life steal
Positioning
crushing in.
smoke. Cell dropping a ward right on top. They know they're still look at they just sit there.
That's kind of a cool ward spot, the Radiant side. Not normally there in the mid lane like that. A little bit away from the normal D-ward spots.
Look at the
Lincoln,
protection
Solar
they're
Crest,
putting up.
Alacrity.
That's everything. Protect our gyrocopter.
But that's the nice thing that they have. They've got the magnetic flux, and that's going to make it hard to hit those high grounds. So even though he's got all these items and he's got MKB, you can't MKB proc against towers, unfortunately. You could do
Thank
that in Dota
God.
1, I believe.
Really?
Is
I
it?
mean, everything
Is
was
it? Thank
broken in
God, yeah.
Dota 1 anyways, right? Everybody bought a
Whoa.
Send Nyasha. Everybody was a carry at that point. They had the Gambler in the game, for God's sake. That is just a very dead MJZ. Leo style, though. First down coming out from Michael. We'll push him back. Pepita just glares at them menacingly, saying, stay away from my son.
That's because people were bad, though. That everything felt broken in Dota 1.
Okay.
I just liked it because then as a ranger, you could attack from low to high ground easier. Like more safely. And I guess it would be a little bit too hard of a counter to Magnetic Flux, I guess, if you could use it against buildings. But because that is one of the advantages of Arc Warden, it's being able to defend your high ground. That's why OG started picking it so consistently.
Excel's
Wow.
just letting that ultimate go and clearing up a creep wave. Life's pretty good. You've got your gyrocopter just solo roshing. Matthew's trying to do something up here, just trying to make some cheeky plays, cutting waves or whatnot. But Peta's super speedy
Great
though.
cheek.
Doesn't look like he's found him.
That CM ulti was so bad that it couldn't even kill a damn creep wave.
Are scanning.
And he had to use his regular skills afterwards. Pretty pathetic.
Hey, leave Excel alone. Usually he's getting very
not his
murdered
fault.
on this crystal mate. No,
It's
it's
just the
Kara,
CM
actually.
ulti.
Kara
Just
is
CM
ulti.
ulti sucking, that's all.
Yeah, it used to be really good. You gotta use the taunt though. You gotta do the Snow Angel taunt when you let it go.
I hope.
Then
So.
you just look cool. Get it?
Wow.
Faker did.
A cool joke.
All right.
Dire's bottom
Attempt number 2 here over in, well, 3 technically, I guess. Drop the bubble. They pop the Lincolns. There's a toss right over. It just doesn't matter. He's got the Satanic. Frank just melted. They have no lockdown to be able to hold this guy in place.
under attack. Dire's bottom tower.
Now it's almost guaranteed that they take tower or take Rex. Tower's
Yeah,
dead. Legion Commander can't do anything against the Satanic, basically. How does he go in? He basically would have to duel the backline, but
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
like even catching the backline is not very safe.
Middle barracks.
They have
They're
no
trying to slow
solution. They
down,
have
but
nothing.
Radiant's
Nothing to hold them
bottom
down,
tower is
Purge.
under attack.
They don't. It'd have to be duel, or somehow Rubik gets in there, but he can't.
Nope. The Storm Spirit has not had a game, unfortunately. MNZ is just... Tempest Double is gone. They activated the Satanic. Look how fast Bakaz just hits. They're bubble doubling forward, coming out for Michael with the toss into the meatball. We'll be able to take down MNZ. Pakaz, he's just very large and in charge right now with that BKB going right past the buildings. They'll focus back up again. Go in for the Sunstrike. Doesn't quite connect over onto Matthew. A glimpse back right over on the Gyrocop. The Zip forward. Leo Style trying to do anything that he can, but it's just too difficult. They're too under-farmed. They don't have the levels. They don't have the heroes right now. And they're turned back around. Frank, I feel like he just came back to life and he's dead again. Leo Style, though, finally finding the kill. We'll be able to take down Matthew. They take down Michael. But again,
Somebody
you've
cut the
got
creep
so...
wave. I don't know who did it earlier, but somebody cut it earlier because they've been hitting backdoor for a long time here. There's a small moment of advantage for Thunder Predator that they got to push in mid, but oh, they caught him.
Okay. Did they catch him or did he walk into him?
Bottom barracks are under attack.
I don't know. Maybe he's trying to play around with Doom and ends up getting
GG gets
War
called.
Stomp ultied, I think, something like that.
Maybe just a little.
They called
bit too
GG.
cheeky. Yep. What a different game. 9 to 35, a 30-minute series here. Didn't even hit
Yeah.
the